like it swallowed every will. No moon, no stars, no guiding light, just the breathing of the night. The air turned thick, metallic taste, like time itself had been erased. And every shadow on the wall looked like it wanted me to fall. I heard the sirens far away, but they never came my way. Just distant echoes fading slow, like warnings no one needs to know. The streets were empty, too damn clean, like something had already been. And every step I tried to take awoke a silence that would shake. A broken sign swung in the wind, like it knew where this would end. And I swear I saw a figure there, but when I blinked it wasn't there. The night don't speak, it only stares at all the things no one repairs. And in that stare I understood something was waking in the blood. It's a night of blood, no mercy found, where even fear don't make a sound, where every heartbeat feels too loud, like it's calling something from the ground. Oh, I tried to run, but the dark replied, there's no escaping what you hide. And every path that I once knew turned into something I walked through. The windows lit up one by one, like they were watching what I've done. But every room was cold and bare, just shapes of memory hanging there. A mirror cracked without a touch, like it remembered way too much. And in the shards I saw my face, but not in any human place. It smiled slow, then looked away, like it had nothing left to say. And I knew then, without a word, the silence was what I just heard. The ground beneath me pulsed inside, like something buried deep inside was stretching up through every vein to feel the night begin again. It's a night of blood, no mercy found, where even fear don't make a sound, where every heartbeat feels too loud, like it's calling something from the ground. Oh, I tried to run, but the dark replied, there's no escaping what you hide. And every path that I once knew turned into something I walked through. Saw a crowd that had no name, just flickering shapes inside the flame. They moved like water through the street, with hollow steps and silent feet. They didn't speak, they didn't cry, just watched me like I might deny that I belonged to what they were. A fading breath, a shifting blur. One reached out, I felt the chill, like time had stopped and always will. And in that touch I understood, we were all part of the blood. No beginning, no release, just a broken kind of peace, where every sin I thought I knew was just the dark reflecting through. And I wasn't lost or found, I was just the missing sound of everything I tried to be. The night came back to claim me. It's a night of blood, no mercy found, where even fear don't make a sound, where every heartbeat feels too loud, like it's calling something from the ground. Oh, I tried to run, but the dark replied, there's no escaping what you hide. And now I know what I became, just another face inside the flame. Now the streets are still the same, but nothing here remembers names. And I drift where shadows blend, with no beginning, no end. Maybe I never left that night, maybe I am the fading light that flickers where the silence stood, forever part of the night of blood. The sky stays black, it never leaves, it breathes sees through cracks, it always grieves, and every shadow on the wall looked like it wanted me to fall. There's a hole in the dirt where the bottles go, behind the saloon where the cold winds blow. I dug it deep with shaking hands, not for gold, not for plans. Neon bled through the midnight rain. My heart was heavy, my head was pain. I swore I'd leave this town by dawn. The sky went black, then blacker still, like it swallowed every will. No moon, no stars, no guiding light, just the breathing of the night. The air turned thick, metallic, tastes like time itself had been erased, and every shadow on the wall looked like it wanted me to fall. I heard the sirens far away, but they never came my way. Just distant echoes fading slow, like warnings no one needs to know. The streets were empty, too damn clean, like something had already been. And every step I tried to take awoke a silence. The pines stand tall where the shadows sleep, where the roots run dark and the silence keeps every secret that the night can find, buried deep where the light can't find. The wind moves slow through needle and bone, like it's whispering names it's always known. And somewhere lost between the lines, something waits beneath the pines. I took that trail past the broken sign, where the path fades out and twists with time. They said don't walk where the forest bends, 'cause that's where all the lost ones end. But I've been chasing what I can't explain, through dirt, through dust, through quiet pain. And every step I made that day felt like it pulled me further away. The trees grew thick, the light grew thin, like the world was closing slowly in. And every sound I tried to trace just echoed back without a place. I saw the ground where it sank just right, like it had swallowed up the night. And something deep beneath the skin told me not to look within. It's buried beneath the pines, where the truth won't stay, where the earth pulls everything away. Every lie, every crime, just fading now beneath the pines. Oh, I hear them calling through the ground, in every root and every sound. And the deeper I go, the less I find just what was buried beneath the pines. I found a shovel half sunk in clay, like someone tried to walk away, but left behind what they had done. When the digging finally was done, the dirt was loose, too soft, too wide, like it was breathing from inside. And every instinct in my bones said leave this place and go back home. But something pulled me to my knees beneath those ancient watching trees. And when I touched the hollow ground, I swear I felt a heartbeat sound. The wind went still, the forest hushed, like every living thing it rushed to watch the moment I would see what waited there beneath me. Is buried beneath the pines, where the truth won't stay, where the earth pulls everything away. Every lie, every crime, just fading now beneath the pines. Oh, I hear them calling through the ground, in every root and every sound. And the deeper I go, the less I find, and just what was buried beneath the pines. I started digging with shaking hands through broken earth and silent land. Each inch I cleared, the colder it grew. like I was breaking something through. Then came the smell of rust and rain, of something lost that won't remain. And buried there beneath the soil was more than death, more than spoil. I saw a shape I couldn't name, not quite a body, not quite the same. And in that moment I understood some things are meant to leave the wood. The forest breathed, the roots held tight, like they were guarding something right. Not evil, not good, just bound to be a memory locked eternally. And every tree began to sway, not from wind but something say, like they were warning me to go. Before I learned too much to know, it's buried beneath the pines, where the truth won't stay, where the earth pulls everything away. Every lie, every cry, just fading out beneath the pines. Oh, I hear them calling through the ground, in every loop, in every sound. And now I know what I can't find is what I left beneath the pines. I don't remember leaving there, or how I made it anywhere. But sometimes in the dead of night, I smell that damp and hear that sigh. The wind through trees ain't just the breeze, it's something speaking through the leaves. And every dream pulls me behind, back to the place beneath the pines. So if you walk where the tall trees grow, don't trust the things you think you know. 'Cause once you hear that quiet sign, you'll be buried beneath the pines. There's rust on the revolver and dust on my name. The mirror don't answer, it just looks the same. The air feels heavier, like it knows what I've done. And every silence in this room sounds like a loaded gun. I'd never let it in, wrapped in cloth and a faded sin, like it was waiting deep within. The wood's gone soft, the iron's cold, but it still remembers what it holds. And every scratch along its frame feels like it's speaking out my name. The house don't creak the way it should, it creaks like something misunderstood. Like every step it's just a tool, but still don't care about the rules. And every breath I try to take feels like a choice I shouldn't make. There's rust on the revolver tonight, like time itself gave up the fight. Every turn of the cylinder feels like it's getting closer. Oh, I tried to leave it all behind, but it never left my mind. And every road I've come across still leads me back to what I lost. I see it sitting in my hand, like it's part of some darker plan. Not moving, not alive, not dead, just echoing inside my head. The night leans in through broken blinds, like it's reading between the lines. And every shadow on the wall feels like it's waiting for the call. I hear my heart beat in the still, like it's deciding what it will. And every second feels too to what I lost. The room goes quiet, even breath feels like it's negotiating death. And in the silence I can see all the things I used to be. Not judgment, not regret alone, just faces carved into the stone of every moment I let slide, until they gathered here inside. The revolver doesn't speak or move, but somehow I still know the truth. It's not the steel that weighs me down, it's everything I never drowned. It ain't the metal, it ain't the rust, it's every broken piece of trust, every line I crossed too fast, coming back to make it last. And maybe it was never fate, just choices I accumulated, till every path I tried to run led me back to what I've done. There's rust on the revolver still, but it bends me to its will. Every turn I can't deny feels like I was meant to try. Oh, I tried to be someone new, but there's nothing I can undo. And every road that I survive still ends with what I keep alive. Now I set it back in place, like it never showed its face, but I can feel it in the air, like it never left me there. And if you ever find this room where silence feels a little doom, don't linger long, don't stay too near, or you'll learn what I keep here. There's rust on the revolver still, and it waits without a will, and I remain where echoes run, with nothing left of what I've done. There's a stretch of land where the corn grows tall, but the rows ain't straight, and they lean and crawl like they're reaching out with 1,000 hands to pull you under where the dirt expands. I was warned real young, don't walk that way, don't go out there when the sky turns gray. But the silence called like it knew my name, and I stepped right in, never left the same. And the stalks closed tight when I moved too deep, like the field itself didn't want me to leave. The cornfields whisper back at night through the brittle leaves and the dying light. Every step I take, they shift and bend like they're guiding me to a hidden end. Hear them murmur low what I tried to hide, all the things I buried deep inside. I don't run, I don't turn, I just listen to the rows that burn. There's a scarecrow tied to a crooked post with a hollow face and a tattered coat, but I swear it moved when I passed it by, turned its head just enough to deny. And the deeper I went, the less I knew if the sky above was even true. 'Cause the light got thin and the air turned stale, like I crossed a line I could never tread. And the wind died out when I tried to shout, like the field itself had drowned it out. The cornfields whisper back at night through the brittle leaves and the dying light. Every step I take, they shift and bend like they're guiding me to a hidden end. Hear them murmur low what I tried to hide, all the things I buried deep inside. I don't run, I don't turn, I just listen to the rose that burn. There's a clearing deep where the ground dips low, where the corn won't grow and the shadows flow. I found something there I can't explain, just a shade pressed flat in the hardened grain, like a body once lay where the roots now twist, like a memory trying to still exist. And I felt that pull in my chest again, like the field remembered where I'd been. And the stalks began to hum my name like 1,000 mouths with a single aim. Every whisper grew till it filled my head with the words I feared but never said. I tried to run, but the rose rearranged. Every path I took just felt the same, till I saw myself through the yellow leaves, standing still, staring back at me. And the voice came soft through the rustling grain: you planted this, now you remain. Now I walk those roads when the sun dips low, with a hollow face that I don't quite know. I see new footsteps break the line from another fool, just like I was in time. And I try to warn, but the field speaks first, with a sweeter tone and a deeper thirst. And they walk right in, like I once did, chasing something they should have hid. The cornfields whisper now, it's me, and every sound that they let you see. Every lie I told grows in these rows, every truth I killed still breathes below. Hear me call you close through the brittle air, like a ghost that's always there. I don't leave, I don't learn, I just fade in the rose that burn. Fields whisper, they never forget. Every seed you plant grows into regret. Every step you take feeds the ground till you're just another hidden sound. If there's mercy, it don't grow here, just a harvest made of fear. I don't live, I remain, just a voice in the endless grain. So if you see those fields stretch wide and the rows look wrong from the other side, don't step in, don't cross that line. 'Cause once you do, you won't unwind. And when it calls, don't say your name, or you'll be lost in the whisper of the grain. lies dead, the door won't creak, dust on the floor where love used to sleep. I called your name into the air, but silence answered cold and bare. A photograph still on the wall, two smiling faces before the fall. I traced your shadow on the floor, but it don't belong here anymore. The road took years out of my bones. I carried hope like broken stones. No one waited when I came home. The phone rang once in the dead of night, a hollow tone with no living light, no number shown, no name to see, just static breathing back at me. The wind was still, the house went cold, like something ancient had taken hold, and from somewhere beneath the floor came a sound like I'd heard before. I almost didn't pick it up, but curiosity is a bitter cup. So I pressed it close to my ear and heard a voice that shouldn't be here. It spoke my name like a rusted prayer, like it had always been waiting there. Said, you remember what you did that night? And suddenly the room lost its light. The mirror cracked without a sound, and shadows gathered all around, like the past had risen from the ground and finally learned how to be found. I said, who is this? What do you want? But the silence answered with something blunt, a breathing slow, a hollow tone, like the grave had found my phone. It's a call from the grave I can't hang up, like fate itself filling a broken cup. Every ring pulls me further down to the place where the lost get found. Oh, I tried to run, I tried to hide, but the dead don't sleep on the other side. And every word that the darkness gave was a voice from a shallow grave. I left the house and the street was wrong, like the world had been waiting too long. Streetlights flickered like dying eyes, blinking through familiar lies. Every step on the empty road carried the weight of a heavy coat, like something followed just out of sight, breathing behind the edge of night. Then the phone rang again in my hand, like it knew I'd finally understand. And the voice said, look, you're not alone, as the dirt began to feel like bone. I passed the church where I used to pray, but the cross had turned the other way, and the bells rang once without a hand, like the dead were making a stand. It's a call from the grave I can't hang up, like fate itself filling a broken cup. Every ring pulls me further down to the place where the lost get found. Oh, I tried to run, I tried to hide, but the dead don't sleep on the like it had stories it never told. It raised a hand and the phone went dead, but the silence screamed inside my head, and the ground beneath me started to call, like something was waiting beneath it all. I knelt down slow to the soaked up earth, wondering what my silence was worth. And the soil whispered back my name, like it had always known my shame. And then I saw it clear as glass. Every mistake that I let pass was carved in stone beneath my feet, where memory and the graveyard meet. The call wasn't a voice at all, it was the echo of my own downfall, coming back through the endless night to collect what I thought I'd left behind. No one waited when I came home. The phone rang once in the dead of night, a hollow tone with no living light, no number shown, no name. The sun is bleeding on the canyon walls. I hear the echoes of the outlaw calls. Dust on my boots, blood under my nails, riding from a past that never fails. Yeah, they say every road leads somewhere, but some roads, they just lead you back. Back to the thing you can't outrun. I remember that night, clear as the blood on my hands. There's a crooked mile of gravel where the blacktop disappears, where the wind don't carry mercy, just the echoes of your fears. An old rusted sign is swinging, says turn back while you can. But I drove past that warning like a broken, stubborn man. Headlights cut through shadows like a blade across the night. Every mile feels heavier, every breath don't feel right. There's a stain upon my memory and it follows where I go, like footprints in the silence that the devil came to know. I hear the engine whisper low, like it knows what I don't show, and the ghost ride in the backseat slow. There's blood on the dirt road, can't wash it away. No rain gonna save me, no light of day. Every turn I take, every mile I go, leads me back to that blood on the dirt road. Yeah, the dust keeps rising, but it won't let go of the sins I buried deep below. I tried to run, but the truth still showed in the blood on the dirt road. There was a night like this one, with a bottle in my hand and a fire in my chest that I didn't understand. You were standing in the moonlight, saying don't you cross that line, but I crossed it like a sinner who was running out of time. The sound of gravel shifting still is ringing in my ears, like a choir made of regret and unfinished prayers. I remember how you looked at me like you already knew that the man you thought you loved was already through. Now the trees all lean and stare like they saw me standing there, and they whisper truths I can't repair. There's blood on the dirt road, Sheriff knocked this morning, but I never made a sound. Just watched the shadow moving underneath the door frames bound. He don't need no warrant, he don't need no proof, 'cause the guilt's already carved inside my soul like truth. There's a shovel in the backyard where the wild weeds grow, and the ground don't settle right beneath that crooked road. I keep thinking I can leave this town behind, but there ain't no running from a thing that's in your mind. Oh, the crows keep circling low, like they're waiting for the show, and the sky hangs heavy like a stone. I hear your voice in the wind at night, saying you can't make this right, and I know I'll never make it home. Is running empty and the night is growing thin, but I swear I see your silhouette each time I blink again. In the mirror, in the shadows, in the cracks along the glass, like a curse that's stitched forever to a life I can't outlast. The road just keeps on stretching like a sentence never done, and I'm chained to every mile by the weight of what I've done. If there's mercy in the heavens, it don't travel down this far. It got lost somewhere between the truth and who we are, and the engine starts to die like it's giving up the fight, and I'm stranded with my crime tonight. There's blood on the dirt road, can't wash it away. No rain gonna save me, no light of day. Every turn I take, every mile I go, leads me back to that blood on the dirt road. Yeah, the dust keeps rising, but it won't let go of the sins I buried deep below. I tried to run, but the truth still showed, and the blood on the dirt road. So I sit in silence as the dawn creeps in, with the weight of a soul that can't run sin. And the road stretches on, but I already know it ends where the blood stains the dirt road. The sun is bleeding on the canyon walls. I hear the echoes of the outlaw calls. Dust on my boots. The moon don't shine for mercy, it shines for what hunts beneath it. Frozen ground where the world goes quiet and the lost are found. Every shadow stretches like a living thing with teeth made of hunger and memories. I've been walking this ridge since the fire went out, with a heart full of questions and a head full of doubt. And the forest don't judge, it just waits and stares like it knows every sin a man carries there. I hear them moving in the dark, like the circle in my heart, waiting for reflection of the frozen lake, but it vanished like a promise that we couldn't make. There's a part of me still calling your name, but the echo comes back just the same. The wind cuts sharp like a memory blade of every wrong decision that I ever made. And I feel something watching from beyond the trees, like it's breathing in rhythm with me. And the silence starts to grow, like it already knows where the darkness goes. We are wolves under the moon. We don't belong to light, born from the hunger of a merciless night. Every instinct pulls us closer to the edge, walking that thin line. But the night still knows my name. Carved into bone, like I've never been home. We are wolves under the moon. We never break free from the hunger that lives inside of me. Every fear I face, every truth I consume, turns to wolves under the moon. Yeah, we are wolves under the moon. Forever we roam through a world that we no longer call home, and the night keeps pulling us through. We are wolves under the moon. The moon don't judge, it just watches. The wind cuts sharp across the stone, like it's carving through the bone. No birds sing, no daylight wounds, just restless skies and coming storms. The hills stand tall like silent judges, keeping count of blood and grudges. And every step you take up here feels like something drawing near. have paid and a past not dead. They said don't come if you've done wrong. These hills remember far too long. Cabins rock where the cold winds pass, with broken glass and brittle grass. And every door I passed that day looked like it turned its face away. A man I knew once crossed this line, swore he'd leave it all behind, but they found him cold beneath the shell, with empty eyes and a wordless tale. A voice came drifting through the ridge, like it followed every step I lived. Said you can climb but you won't outrun what's been waiting since you begun. There's no mercy in these hills tonight, no wrong or right, just fight or flight. Every sin you tried to hide comes crawling out from the mountainside. Oh, I came to settle what I owe, but the land don't care, it only knows. And every path I try to take leads me back to my mistake. I found a cabin at the ridge's end, where the road gives up and the shadows bend. The door hung loose like a broken tooth, guarding nothing but the truth. Inside was still too still to trust, like the air itself had turned to dust. And on the wall, carved deep and wide, were names of those who never survived. Mine was there in jagged lines, like it had been carved before my time. And something deep beneath my skin told me I'd always belong within. The fire pit burned with no flame, yet still it whispered out my name. And every breath I tried to claim just fed the echo all the same. There's no mercy in these hills tonight, no wrong or right, just fight or flight. Every sin you tried to hide comes crawling out from the mountainside. Oh, I came to settle what I owe, but the land don't care, it only knows. And every path I try to take leads me back to my mistake. My mistake. Oh, I ran outside, but the hills had changed. The paths were gone, the sky deranged. The ground beneath began to shift, like it was closing every rift. Figures moved along the crest, shaped like the ones I never confessed. They didn't speak, they didn't chase, they just stood there face to face. And in the silence I could feel every truth I tried to conceal. No courtroom here, no final plea, just the land and what it sees. There ain't no law in rock and bone, no judge to say I'm not alone, just ancient ground that knows your name and holds you to it all the same. And every step you think is free was carved long before you could see that some debts don't fade with time, they root themselves in dirt and crime. There's no mercy in these hills tonight, no wrong or right, just endless night. Every sin I tried to hide now walks with me, side by side. Oh, I came to settle what I Turn back before you lose your will. There's no mercy in these hills. The wind still cuts, the silence stays. The wind still cuts, the silence stays. The wind cuts sharp across the stone, like it's carving through the bone. No birds sing, no daylight warms, just restless skies and coming storms. The hills stand tall like silent judges, keeping count of blood and grudges. And every step you take up here feels like something drawing near. I rode in slow through dust and dread, with a price half paid and a past not dead. They said don't come if you've done wrong. These hills remember far too long. Cabins rock where the cold winds pass, with broken glass and brittle grass. And every door I passed that day looked. The moon hangs low like a cracked white eye, watching the fields where the shadows lie. Corn stalks sway in a breathless wave, like something is walking between the graves. The wind don't move like it used to do, it drags its feet like it's passing through. And every sound in the midnight air feels like a voice that shouldn't be there. Took the road past Miller's land, where the soil runs black like burning sand. They said don't stop when the lights go dim, don't listen close or you'll follow him. But I was young and I didn't care, just chasing silence into a dare, with headlights cutting the choking green, like the world had forgotten what light could mean. The radio cracked with a broken hymn, like something was singing instead of him. And I swear I heard my name get said in a voice that crawled inside my head. I rolled the window down just a bit, and that's when the whole night started to shift. The corn leaned in like it knew my sins, and the whispers began again. There's whispers in the cornfield calling my name, soft like mercy but burning like flame. They said don't turn back, don't leave this ground. Once you hear us, you're never found. Oh, I tried to run, but the tires just spun, like the earth itself wouldn't let me come undone. And the deeper I go, the less I see, just whispers in the cornfield swallowing me. Stepped out slow on the gravel road, where the air felt heavy, thick and slow. The corn stood tall like a watching crowd, silent but somehow screaming loud. Each stalk was bending just out of sight, like something was moving just beyond light. And footprints pressed in the muddy soil, like something had walked there without recoil. Then I saw a scarecrow standing still, wearing a coat that shouldn't be filled, but its head turned slow in my direction, like it was studying my reflection. And the wind said low in a shaking tone, you should have never come here alone. The corn began to close behind, like it was erasing every line. And every step that I tried to take just led me deeper into the shade. There's whispers in the cornfield calling my name, soft like mercy but burning like flame. They say don't turn back, don't leave this ground. Once you hear us, you're never found. Oh, I tried to run, but the tires just spun, like the come undone, and the deeper I go, the less I see. Just whispers in the cornfield, swallowing me. I found a lantern hanging low, swung by a rope with a dying glow. It flickered words in a broken code, like it knew every path I chose. A figure stood where the roads divide, face half hidden, half alive. It didn't speak, it just stepped near, and suddenly everything went too clear. I saw my father, or what he'd been, before the fields got under his skin. He said, boy, don't trust what you hear at night. The corn don't give back what it takes in life. Then he faded into the grain, like he was never here again. Now the sky is a hollow drum, beating slow till the night goes numb. And I realize with a sinking breath, the corn is just what's left of death. Every whisper is just the past, trying to make a moment last. And every soul that's lost its way still walks these roads to this day. There's whispers in the cornfield calling my name. No mercy left, just endless flame. They say don't turn back, don't leave this ground. Once you hear us, you never found. Oh, I tried to run, but the ties just spun, like the earth itself wouldn't let me come undone. And now I know what the silence means. The cornfield remembers everything. I don't know how long I've been here now. The sky don't change, it just knows how to stay the same in a dying loop, like time got trapped inside the loop. The road I came on doesn't exist, just rows of green in the endless mist. And I hear my voice in the rustling grain, calling myself again and again. Maybe I was never outside, maybe I stepped into something that hides, and every whisper that let me in was just where I always have been. So if you pass where the corn grows high, don't trust the wind, don't question why. And if you hear your name on the breeze, don't follow it into the trees. Because the field don't sleep and it don't forgive, it only knows how the lost still live. And every stalk where the shadows spin, the whispers are waiting to pull you in. There was no flame, no sudden moment, no voice to seal the cost, just a silence in the timing where something subtle got lost. And the air didn't feel different, not at first, not right away. Just a little less like mine now, in a way I can't replay. It started with a small decision, something easy to ignore. Just a choice I told myself was nothing I hadn't done before. No signature, no binding, no contract I could read. Just a feeling something answered before I knew I'd agreed. There was nothing in the offering that suggested what it meant, just the sense that I was choosing what I hadn't fully spent. No line to cross, no voice to warn, just something changing form. And every breath I thought was mine felt slightly redefined. It was a night I sold my soul tonight. No fire, no wrong or right, just something slipping out of place that I can now retrace. So I thought it would feel like loss, like a moment, like a cause. But every step I take from them feels like it's not fully me again. The world kept moving like it always. Nothing broke, nothing changed, but the distance in my reflection feels a little rearranged. There's no sound that marks the moment, no echo I can hear, just the quiet understanding that something else is steering near. I try to call it back in thought, try to reverse the line, but the silence only answers that it's no longer mine. No truth to find, no debt to show, just something I already know. And every time I try to stand, feels like it's under different hands. It was the night I sold my soul. I see it was never just for free. No matter how I try to lie, it stayed alive inside. Oh, I tried to run, but the separation never comes. And every breath I thought I took belongs to something I mistook. Now I walk without resistance, let it move the way it will. There's no border left between us, no place to stand still. And it isn't something watching, it's just something that remains, like a version of me speaking with a slightly different name. And in that quiet recognition, with no reclaim left to try, I stop searching for returning and let it occupy. It ain't a deal you sign in ink, it's what you slowly start to think. Every choice you justify becomes the self you can't deny. And souls don't vanish in a break, they shift with every path you take. So every step you thought was free was already part of me. It was the night, and now I know it never really lets you go. No matter how I tried to be, it was always inside me. Oh, I stayed, I didn't fight, let it settle in the night. And every name I thought was mine was already redefined. Now there's no clear separation between what's lost and what remains, just a quiet integration I can no longer explain. And if you ever feel a moment where you don't feel fully whole, don't assume you've been taken. It might be the shape of your soul. The house still stands but barely breathes through curtains torn and dying leaves. The porch swings slow with no one there, just hollow echoes in the air. A photograph turned face down lies, like it couldn't face the skies. Somewhere deep inside the night, a widow cries without a light. before the silence knew her name. Now every room she passes through forgets the color it once knew. The table set for one again, like time forgot where he had been. And every chair she dares to pass feels heavier than broken glass. The clock don't tick, it hesitates like it's unsure of what it waits. And every second feels too long, like it's been morning all along. She speaks his name into the air, but only emptiness is there. And every breath she holds inside turns slowly into her last cry. It's the widow's last cry in the dark, where love leaves nothing but a mark. No answer comes, no hand returns, just memory that always burns. Oh, she calls his name into the night, but even stars refuse to light. And every echo drifting by carries her final broken cry. Still holds a shaping thread, like it refuses he is dead. And every wrinkle in the sheets feels like a ghost she can't release. She traces lines along the frame, still whispering his forgotten name. But silence answers all she gives, like that's the way he chooses to live. A candle melts beside the wall, like it's been listening to it all. And every flicker bends and dies, like it hears the widow's cries. The wind don't bring her any peace, it only twists what won't release. And every tear she tries to hide becomes another final cry. It's the widow's last cry in the dark, where love leaves nothing but a mark. No answer comes, no hand returns, just memory that always burns. Oh, she calls his name into the night, but even stars refuse to light. And every echo drifting by carries her final broken cry. She walks outside where shadows bend, to where the road and sorrow end. The wind picks up like it might speak, but only sighs through broken creek. A ring still hangs around her hand, like it refuses to understand that some goodbyes don't leave a sound, they just settle in the ground. And in the dark she swears she sees a shape among the dying trees. But when she reaches, it's not real, just grief. She still can feel, and maybe love don't truly die, it just learns how to say goodbye. In empty rooms and fading skies, and in a widow's last cries, no heaven answers, no hell replies, just silence where the memory lies. And every heart that breaks in two still learns to live without the truth. It's the widow's last cry in the dark, no flame, no soul, no final spark, just love that time could not destroy, but never gave her back the boy. Oh, she calls, but nothing replies, just echoes in the endless skies. And every night she says goodbye to the sound of her last cry. Now the house stands cold and warm, where love and silence both were born. No footsteps left, no voice to hear, just absence settling year by year. And if you pass that lonely place, where sorrow never leaves its trace. Don't listen long, don't ask her why, or you'll hear the widow's last cry. The widow's last cry. Thin, and grief just circles back again, and somewhere in the empty sky still echoes the widow's last cry. The steeple cracked against the sky, like it forgot how to die. And every bell that used to ring just hung there, deaf and suffering. The wood gave way, the hymn went wrong, and the night turned into smoking song. I walked in there with trembling hands, with all my sins and broken plans. The candles line the altar stone, but I was never there alone. The preacher's voice had long gone dry, like even faith refused to try. And every prayer I used to trust turned slowly into dust. The stained glass burned in colors red, like every word that I had said was waiting here to be undone by fire rising one by one. The air grew thick, the ground grew hot, like something holy I forgot. And every breath I tried to keep just fell into the heat. I left my soul in a burning church that night, under shattered holy light. No savior came, no hand to reach, just ashes where I used to preach. Oh, I tried to run, I tried to pray, but the fire learned my name that day. And every step I can't retrace still burns through empty space. The cross fell down in splintered flame, like it no longer knew its name. And every hymn that once felt true was swallowed by the burning blue. The pews collapsed like broken vows, like faith that finally disavowed the weight of everything I was and everything it does. I stood there still, I didn't move, like I had nothing left to prove, just watching something I once believed turn to embers I received. The roof gave way, the walls gave in, like it was where it all begins. And every truth I tried to save got buried in that grave. I left my soul in a burning church for me, and I don't think I'm still free. No holy and cares unbound, too lost to ever be found. And in the rising ash I knew there was nothing I could do. Not devil's hand, not heaven's grace, just me and fire in the place where everything I tried to hide was standing right outside. And when the flames had finally spoke, it wasn't wrath, it wasn't smoke, it was a sound of letting go of everything I used to know. It ain't the church, it ain't the flame, it's everything we failed to name. Every truth we try to shirk still burns inside the church, and souls don't always rise or flee. Sometimes they stay where they should be, till everything you try to trust turns back into dust. I left my soul in a burning church that day, and it never went away. No redemption, no escape, just ashes in its final shape. Oh, I tried to run, I tried to pray, but fire doesn't fade that way. And every breath I try to find still burns inside my mind. Now I don't kneel, I don't return, I watch the embers slowly burn. No faith to hold, no truth to clutch, just what I lost in too much. And if you ever hear that sound of wooden faith collapsing down, don't step inside, don't stay too long, or you'll learn that burning song. The church is gone, the night runs thin, but something never left within. And I remain where ashes lurk, where I left my soul in the burning church. The water moved like it had ears, like it had carried all my years. No rushing roar, no violent cry, just patient current passing by. And in that flow so dark and wide, I felt my truth begin to die. I stood above the muddy shore with words I couldn't hold anymore. Not spoken loud, not carved in stone, just things I thought I'd own. But rivers don't forget a thing, they keep what broken moments bring. And every lie I tried to keep just drifted toward the deep. The banks went still, the reeds lean low, like they already seemed to know that what I brought would not survive the pull beneath the tide. The current paused and leaned in close, like it had hurt me most. And every breath I tried to hide just slipped away inside. The river took my last life from me that day and washed the rest away. No truth to save, no mask to wear, just empty hands and air. Oh, I tried to hold, I tried to fight, but it flowed into the night. And every step I can't undo still carries what was true. It didn't ask, it didn't wait, it simply set the final gate. And everything I tried to bend just met its quiet end. The surface broke in rippling lines, like truth was written in the signs. And every reflection I could see was something stripped from me. No thunder came, no sky to weep, just water learning how to keep what I had buried in disguise beneath my own replies. The river knows what mouths conceal, it doesn't argue what is real. And every word I tried to spin just sank into the wind. The river took my land Now when I hear that water sound, I know a truth I left around. Not punishment, not grace, not pain, just something I can't explain. The river doesn't judge or break, it only takes what you forsake, till everything you try to keep gets lost beneath the deep. And I don't know what's left of me beyond what rivers choose to see. It ain't the flow, it ain't the tide, it's everything we try to hide. Every lie we try to sell still knows the river well, and truth don't drown, it only shifts through every current, every drift, till everything you try to deny still learns how not to lie. The river took my last lie away from me and left me standing empty. No false escape, no place to run, just truth when all is done. Oh, I tried to hold, I tried to fight, but it carried into the night, and every breath I tried to find still flows inside my mind. Now I don't speak when waters rise, I let them read between my lies. No mask to wear, no truth to fake, just everything the river takes. And if you ever stand that near, where silence turns to fear, don't trust your words, don't trust your eyes, or the river will strip your lies. The current moves, the night runs by, but something never lets me lie, and I remain where water sigh, where the river took my last life. The morning broke in broken light, through stained glass stained with last night's fight. The wind stood still, the world stood bare, like it knew what wasn't there. And far away, too faint to be, a bell that rings too late for me, a hollow sound, a fading fate. The church bells rang too late. I walked the road that led me back, through ash and gravel faded tracks, where every step I tried to take still carried what I couldn't shake. The church stood tall but looked away, like it had nothing left to say. The doors were shut but I could hear the echo of a buried prayer. The pews were empty, cold and torn, like they had long since been forlorn. And every cross upon the wall looked like it couldn't stand at all. I knelt down slow in silent dread, with all the words I never said, and every breath I tried to keep just sank down deeper inside, like someone tried to write again a truth that wouldn't fit in sin. The altar cracked beneath the weight of promises it couldn't make, and every candle burned too low, like even faith refused to glow. I saw my name carved in the wood, not how it was, but how it should have ended long before I came to kneel before a hollow name. The air when still the dust stood high, like it refused to say goodbye, and every sound I thought I knew was something I had passed right through. The church bells rang too late for me, when truth was already buried deep. No holy hand, no saving grace could reach me in that empty place. Oh, I tried to call out through the night, but nothing came to set it right. And every sin I tried to fake still echoes in the steps I take. I walked outside where shadows grew, like they were waiting there for you. And in the wind I swore I heard a final broken whispered word. Not judgment sharp, not wrath or flame, just everything I can't reclaim. A weight that doesn't leave a fade, just settles in the things I made. The bells rang once, then died again, like mercy only comes at 10. But I was gone before they tried to pull me back from what I died. It ain't the church that saved your soul, it's what you do when you lose control. And every step you try to take is either truth or mistaken. Bells don't ring to change the past, they only echo things that last. Too late to heal, too late to save, just sound above an empty grave. The church bells rang too late that day, when everything had gone away. No light returns, no sin is undone once the silence has begun. Oh, I tried to stand, I tried to pray, but nothing here would lead the way. And every truth I can't escape still rings long after fate. Now I don't wait for morning's call, I stand beneath where shadows fall. No past to fix, no truth to gain, just echoes ringing through my name. And if you ever hear that sound through empty sky or hollow ground, don't listen long, don't hesitate, or the church bells will ring too late. The bell still swings, but makes no sound, just moving there, no sacred ground. And I remain where truth won't wait, where church bells ring too late. Was holding back the light, and every breath I tried to keep felt like a secret meant to weep. The crosshair steady in my hand on something I don't understand, and in that moment, cold and fast, I pulled the trigger on the past. It stood there plain and open sight, no mask, no shadow, no disguise, and night, just truth itself, too sharp to hold, too raw, too honest, too uncontrolled. It didn't run, it didn't plead, just looked at me and let me see every lie I ever made, every price I never paid. The wind went silent, even sound refused to stay above the ground, and everything I thought I knew started breaking clean into my hands. truth once used to bleed. It hit the ground but didn't die, just spread itself across the sky, like something bigger than my aim was still alive inside the flame. The silent scream without a sound, like judgment falling all around, and every echo in my chest refused to give me rest. The world went still, the colors drained, like truth that left and only pain remained. And in that emptiness I knew there was nothing I could undo. The smoke don't rise, it just descends, like consequence that never ends. And every step I try to take just feels like something starts to break. I shot the truth and let it bleed that night. No mercy left inside the side, no holy hand, no guiding plea, just what it gave back to me. Oh, I tried to hide, I tried to run, but what was done was already done. And every lie I tried to see now grows where truth once used to bleed. It didn't speak, but still I heard 1,000 meanings in no word. Like every truth I tried to bend had found a way to reach the end. And then it's fading slow and wide, I saw the parts of me I'd hide. Not monster, saint, or anything, just consequences following. The trigger's cold, still in my hand, like it still doesn't understand that what I shot won't disappear. It just gets louder when it's near. It ain't the gun, it ain't the aim, it's everything we call by name. Every truth we try to trade still cuts us where it's made. And truth don't die when you make war, it only bleeds a little more, till everything you tried to hide starts living on the other side. I shot the truth and let it bleed for me, and now I see what I can't unsee. No clean escape, no guarantee, just what it left when it was free. Though I tried to run, I tried to flee, but it's still running inside me. And every breath I try to keep still hears the truth beneath. Now I don't aim, I don't pretend, I wait for what I can't defend. No victory, no place to stand, just blood still warm upon my hand. And if you ever meet that gaze that cuts through all your twisted ways, don't pull the trigger, don't proceed, for you'll shoot the truth and let it bleed. The night goes on, the sky runs thin, but something never dies within. And I remain where echoes feed on what I shot and let it bleed. Cut sharp like a rusted blade, I've been riding through the night trying not to fade. The stars above don't shine,